How's it going, everyone? Happy weekend.
Alright guys, so I'm back with another Geoguessr tutorials, general tips, tricks, guide video. In the first video I did, I talked about how I think you should play no moving, because it makes you good at absorbing every clue rather than instinctively going and looking for signs or language, which is what I think a lot of people do when they first start playing the game. Second, I talked about the importance of how I play the game, which is look at three things. I look at Google car info, infrastructure, which is like the roads, utility poles, the style of buildings, landscape. I think you can really be very good at the game with just that. Yeah, let's just get into it. I actually started a round and didn't realize my mic was muted. So round one, we have this beautiful South Africa Sea. These are South African road signs, South African road numbers with the R. You'll see signs like this in Eswatini as well, but usually it'll be M roads. You see R roads, T roads, and N for national. M in Eswatini. So we know we're in South Africa. It also has the Gen 2 Google car camera, which is the full circle blur. And when you are in the Southern African countries, South Africa is the only one that has Gen 2 camera. The rest have Generation 3, which just means it doesn't have the circle blur. It doesn't have the halo above. South African roads are mapped out pretty simply. With this one, I went ahead and zoomed in here because I know the 390s are generally in this area. The 300 roads. 700 roads, yep, we'll be over here with some more 300s. And then I actually zoomed in right away. We found Queenstown, we found Lady Frere. There is 396. Now, what is confusing about this is it shows Lady Frere kind of, what, to the north, this way. And this would be an easy 5K for someone who's better than me. This one is tricky. Here, I'm going to go here. I know it's wrong. The compass doesn't fit at all. And it was on 410, and it was that intersection. I saw the intersection and thought it fit, but then this must be a brand new house development because that was not there. It's the age of the coverage. Gen 2 is older. So that's a situation where Google Maps has been updated beyond. Here we go. So this one we have bollards. These are either Austrian or Slovenian bollards. We look at the range. We have the which makes me lean Austria because Slovenia has a different language. Now we're not in very large mountains, but you can see there's hills here. So I don't think this is South Austria. I'd probably lean somewhere more like this region. Somewhere in here. We're just going to click and go. We can get a super fast round in. And it was actually near Salzburg, which is totally fine. We got 4,500 points. If we just click middle of Austria, you're going to see it's a good hedge. We get a lot of points. We knew it wouldn't be towards Innsbruck because the mountains are a bit steeper there. So that was probably a dumb guess. I'm probably safer off just betting right in the middle. Next seed. Ooh, here's a good one. So we have low. There's a lot of blur here. So we have low cam. Okay. We are in some mountains. It's a one-lane road. We have this. Now, when you get low cam, you are either in Japan or Switzerland. And this doesn't look like Japan. It very simply looks like Switzerland. Switzerland is a good one to get. It's a nice small country. Bigger mountains in the south. You'll see some later hills like that here. But I'm going to go just between Bern and Zurich. I'm going to right in the center of the country, just try and hedge my bet, maximize points. It's in the south corner here. Pretty cool. We got 4,600 points just for identifying low cam, and that tells us it's Switzerland. Next one, we see right here, there's a police car. We see dirt roads, and it does look like, okay, this is not Gen 2 coverage. It's just full car blur. Now, when you see these dirt roads like this, this looks very African. Got some goats, meh. But the car here is the key. So almost all the African countries do have car meta. The only African country that won't show any car blur is Nigeria, and they have police escorts and escort vehicles. So this is Nigeria. Now in Lagos, you're gonna have unmarked police follows, so we can rule out Lagos right away. I think this one's likely in Abuja. Don't see any palms. Seems like there's a lot going on here. Abuja being the capital, there's a lot of buildings. I'm just going to click right in the middle. And it was a suburb of Abuja. So we get 4,900 points. Next one. Ooh, here we go. Another Pog champion one. So we're going to see a small antenna on the Google car. We're going to see that we are driving on the right. We look at plates. There's no blue. These are non-EU plates. We should see Cyrillic. Yep, right there, Cyrillic. And then this is a very large intersection. These dash lines are common on roads. Oh, and then we have city. Awesome. Geoguessr, Ufa. Yeah, early thoughts right away was Russia. These look like Russian roads. I don't know what the heck that means. There's non-EU plates, and then sometimes people can confuse Russia with Ukraine. Ukraine, you'll usually see a little red blur to the car, either really bright in the back or just really light all over the car. Fortunately, we do have a city sign letting us know where this is. Ufa is to the east, and we know Ufa is right here. Now, we do have a second town name here that is 150 kilometers. Geoguessr. Can I find that? It's got to be on one of these two roads. I would assume. Could be on this one, I guess. Do we see Geoguessr anywhere? 827 kilometers. I don't think. Oh, there's Geoguessr. So we're even further than Kazan. They just don't list Kazan. I guess Ufa is a bigger city. So we're pretty close to Nizhny Novgorod. And then whatever that word is, that is right here. So we're about 50 kilometers from there. Now, if this is 100, because this is saying it's 150 to here, 50 to here, that means we just cut this in half. It should put us right about here somewhere.
Many minutes later.
We're just going to guess there. That's where it's slightly off. So, yeah, that was another good seed. We found Russia. We had the UFA sign, which was great. Able to estimate kilometers. We weren't quite as far over as we should have been. And, yeah, if you look at it, that's clearly not 50 kilometers. That's a much better distance gauge there. So, we were near Liskovo. But we got 4,900. So, I mean, 24,039 points. No moving. Honestly, a really good score. I could have done better in Austria. Probably gotten us a 24-3. The Switzerland guess I don't think I could have done with. And if I didn't rush this guess, I probably could have eked out a few more points there. Probably could have 5K'd. Amazing seed. We'll do one more. Again, trying to go fast too. I'm not going for world records here. Just trying to see as much as possible. This is a good one. We're going to notice we have sky rifts. That's a part of car meta. We're going to notice we have bars. We have no mirrors. It looks like Africa. And so no mirrors, bars is Senegal. We happen to know what country we're in right away, which is nice. You can see a different car in Dakar and outside of Dakar. So this is basically all of Senegal that's not Dakar. And then this road's going east and west. We have some dirt roads here. It looks like we're coming out of a town, but we have no signs to indicate. So this one we're kind of going to guess off feel. It's pretty dry in the central of the country. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to click here and try and hedge this total area. I don't think it's going to be too far south. I don't think it's going to be too far north. Gets us a really good score near Tuba on the N3. 4,800. Ooh, so we have blue blur on the front of the car. This is called the Gen 4 camera. This is the newest Google coverage. And so what that means is it puts you in a country that Google think needs updating and has the highest demand for good Google Maps coverage, usually high-end tourism or very large local population. Now we're driving on the right. We have yellow lines in the car. We should see either Spanish or Portuguese. Correct. Look at the poles real quick. What's the direction of the sun? The sun looks straight up. Could be considered a little north. Gen 4 coverage when you're in the Americas, you're likely going to see in the US. You're going to see in Brazil. You're going to see in parts of Argentina. And you're going to see in parts of Mexico. This one, I think, is tough. Canagua. I do not know these dashed lines. Now, when I look at these poles, they look like metal round poles. I think this rules out Brazil for us. Okay. And then, Conagua sounds Spanish over Portuguese to me. I can't tell if that's a DE or DO or DA. The sun is straight up. This could be Mexico or Argentina. And I just think I'm going to lean Mexico here. Green, white, red. We're going Mexico based on that color palette right there. That's the Mexican flag. We're going to go flat Mexico near San Luis Potosi. And it was the Yucatan. We kind of threw there. But it does make sense that it is the Yucatan. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Got 2,500. We've gotten every country so far, which is good. Right here, we're going to do a quick 360. We have long antenna. We have the short dashes at an intersection. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple bollards there. No bollards here. Do a quick scan. My initial thought here was Russia. Russia based on the pavement, based on the lines, and then we have long antenna, the dashes, those fit. Typically, you're going to see some bollards at corners in Russia, but this one looks pretty small. When it comes to like this weird back road, we have black on the bottom of the signposts. That is a Russian feature. So yeah, we are in Russia. Now where it looks like it could be close to Lithuania, Latvia, I'm going to go near Moscow. I think we're somewhere in this region. We are south of Moscow. In fact, we get 4,300 points. Probably just clicking downtown Moscow would have been a good hedge. Next up, ooh, blue plates, ooh, language, ooh, .com, ooh. So we have signs. We have Cyrillic, which is an infrastructure clue. We have fabled tape on the antenna. This can show, I believe, in parts of Romania, Czechia, Hungary, and Bulgaria. The Cyrillic is really helpful for us here. Reason being, you're not going to see it in Czechia. You're not going to see it in Hungary. I think you can see it in parts of Romania, but it means we're most likely going to be Bulgaria. Lots of fall coverage in Bulgaria, which the trees are going to fit. Not really any leaves going on there. And it's a city. I think if I'm smart, Yambalplast. The heck is that? I think if I'm smart, I just go Plovdiv. Kind of hedge out the country, all the big cities. Could be anywhere. But this tape's a big meta clue. That's one worth remembering because it really helps you narrow it down. And each of these countries, again, that have it have distinctive like utility poles. Just knowing that helps you get the country every time if you put the rest of the pieces together. Yeah, dude, fuck it, Bulgaria, go. Let's go Plovdiv. It was Yambol, which makes sense. We saw yambolplast.com. If we looked around, we could have found that city. That could have been a free 4,900. Last seed of this one. And we have black car, clear black car, dirt road. The sun should be pretty firmly planted in the north. It looks very rural. The poles help me here because when I see black car, sun's in the north. We're in Uruguay or Argentina. Now this could be Peru. Peru also has black car. But you're not going to see this wide open flat Peru. So right away I'm ruling it out. When I look at the poles, Argentina tends to have pretty good infrastructure poles. They have a specific pole that you only see there. And then, again, they're going to have better infrastructure with road lines compared to Uruguay. Uruguay, it looks like, you know, cheap Argentina, if that's a nice way to put it. Problem with Uruguay is most of the country looks flat and rural like this. So you don't really know where exactly you could be. You could really guess, just try and get an insane guess and get lucky. I'm going to go Route 5. You see roads are a bit more jagged. It's a little hillier over here. It's flat in all this area. We click right in the middle. And it's just coastal. So reading it didn't help us at all. But we did get the country 20K. So we got all 10 countries. We got 24K and 10K. But now we try hard mode. We're gonna up the level. We're gonna try NMPZ. Huh. Gen 4, beautiful. White houses, yellow dash line, white line, driving on left. This is Ireland. It is beautiful for Ireland. I'm gonna hedge middle. I'm just gonna go Tullamore. I went the wrong way. Should have gone this way some. Gets 46.67. Ooh, we have mirrors here. Looks South American. When you see these mirrors, I can't believe they pop up in NMPZ. The bottom of the pole. Guatemala, they paint the bottom of their poles. Where could it be, though? Nowhere I've been. We're going to go in the southern half. It could be anywhere in here. So we're clicking right in the middle. Hedging our bets. It was near Patsun. I've been to Lekatitlan. Where did I go? I went to Panajachel, San Pedro, and San Marcos, La Laguna. So that looks yellow single line. I think we're in Thailand. I think this is driving left. I think this is rear car blower. Wait. That looks like it could be the back of someone now. Oh yeah, if the sign's over here, we're driving right. So this is Cambo. Haha, I figured it out. Not that dumb. We have a flag here. Cambo flag. This is an amazingly good NMPZ seed. We're just going to click in the middle, hedge our bets, maximize our score. 45.37. It was pretty far north. concrete road meta, I think I got to go Philippines here. Yeah, when you see like this style of ditch along the side of the road, this screams Philippines to me too. Philippine style posters, but they have a lot of concrete roads. I'm going to go with the lower Mass-Bait Island hedge, all right? We're going to do the placer test. Ooh, it was Luzon. Lost a lot of points on that. 36.96. Ooh, yellow lines, white lines, trees. Seems north. We have a white car glitch. Signs on the right. US or Canada. I like Canada. I think somewhere in here. And that's 22,199.